Bon ben, bonjour tout le monde, fait que bienvenue pour l'épisode d'aujourd'hui. Donc aujourd'hui le jeu que je vais jouer c'est Malgré. Donc ça c'est un visual novel russe. Euh, c'est quoi ce qu'on incarne, je pense une mère et son fils dans un monde dystopique. Donc dans un style dans le fond de l'URSS. Fait que c'est sûr qu'il va y avoir beaucoup de propagande anti... oh, dans le fond, beaucoup de propagande, dans le fond c'est anti dans le fond que URSS. Mais bon, ça va quand même être un bon jeu, dans le fond, j'imagine. Parce que puisque le gars, dans le fond, comme il me l'a offert, dans le fond, comme dans la curatelle, puis le gars, il a fait comme. Oh, et puis comme l'auteur, dans le fond, il a comme gagné, dans le fond, plusieurs prix, dans le fond, comme dans les concours. Donc, en théorie, ça devrait être un bon jeu. Fait que. C'est ça. Fait dans le fond, j'en sais pas. Oh, oh, fait que c'est ça. Fait que moi, dans le fond, j'en sais pas vraiment plus, dans le fond, sur le jeu, parce que plus que sur l'histoire, dans le fond. Oh, et puis. On va regarder ça, ouais. Oh, parce que la fois sur le store, dans le fond, ça dit pas grand chose. Mais sûrement qu'en jouant, dans le fond, qu'on va savoir. Donc, allons-y et commençons la partie. Bon, ok. New game. On va de le son, bon. Je vais baisser un peu le volume parce que j'ai l'impression qu'il va être fort. Comme là pour l'instant, il est pas fort, mais. Ce que j'entends, c'est du vent aussi. Ok. He sits and stares into space. Sur ça. Ash colored hair arranged in a bun. The eyes are watering. Ok. Je clique ici. Give me your. Oh, sorry. The fucker gave the for your granny a hug, says Mothers. He comes, bends over to the armchair, and cuddles the wizened, declining body. The old lady struggles to open her arms in response. And who is it? Who's this? What she mumbled. This is your lovely grandson, Kier. Kier Yusha. Je suis pas sûr si je l'ai bien prononcé. Remember how you look after him. How you taught him the alphabets. Letter G. Geyser. Shoo. Mortar gesture. Showing splash of water. For the fuck okay. Okay, Kiryuza. The whole lady pronounced the name as the fuck meaning Linsigans is of sums. Geyser. Shh. Repeat mother. And then the hads. Okay, with a bitter chuckle. And the person is gone. He withdraws to. Oh, sorry. He wants to withdraw, but the mother puts her hand on his shoulder. Stay with your granny for longer. It won't hurt. We have been living together for a year, and you could have cuddled her on her for yourself just once. Just for a friendly chat, but without bringing without my bringing you here. He stops. The old lady is wearing a green dressing gown with flowers patterns. It has recently been washed and smells of cheap rotting powders. Here can hear a heartbeat. Tom. It's warm. They're home to Pokey Tin bunkhouse press against each others. Their doors open to a common porch. His father built. Ah, c'est dur à lire parce que c'est mal écrit. Ok. But his father built in the. But is the fucking using part of broken robots and was very proud of his work. Now it is used as a clothes dryer and granny rocking chairs stands under its rusty overhang. And it's also reddened by steam. Steam, a spring, mountains, pale sky, and silence. Today is an important day, they mutters. We're getting to choose a profession for care. What? A beetle is crying up the bunkhouse wall. It stops and slowly and truly cleans its wings. It's springtime. Even though snow is still lying everywhere. Ouais, mais comme par chez nous au Québec, là, au Canada, au Québec, c'est comme ça aussi, au printemps. A profession for the fuck okay, curiousa. They've got these rules nowadays. The progress program gave us the options. And we have to choose. Parfait, ça. Good things. For more. Sorry. Mother of another site. Structure is on that. Oh, my troublemaker. What will you be? Lamplighter? Tony man. And there's no more choice? Ok. Par contre, ça, c'est un problème. Seulement deux choix. Lamplighter. A lamplighter. Why not? It's a good and useful trade. It runs in the family, what she says. Lamplighter, she says. Little of a quieter. And nods. Ok. Parce que là, il n'y a pas de cinématique, il n'y a rien, ça va juste avancer tranquillement. Ok. They go one. Oh, sorry. They go one after the other. Along the a narrow metal bridge. Right, metal bridge of holding the rails. The bridge is shaking under the feet. Its metals sounds is running. In the questions of mud's currents. The air is heavy and humid. Mother leads the way, but the fox constantly turns around. Jester exclaims. Her sons walks on morals, silent and lost in thought. They walk for a long time. The great flame of mother's suddenly stops. But what is this? A dark giant with a square naked eyes is leaning. Fuck off. Is leaning focusing over the road. Its metal spider legs are sinking in the muds. Scare me to death, you stupid piece of metal! Exclaimed Mother. Yes, motherfucker. What it is doing there? Did anything explode again? This is for Geo, for ES, for maintenance robots. The tube fragments on its back look like an arrow in a giant quiver. Strangely enough, it is not doing anything, but for just turning its head, as if it is waiting for something. The casually approach, passing between the legs, constantly looking around. Mother is holding her son's hands. As soon as they get behind the robots, back the giant thing turns, with clucking and screechings. Somewhere high above, a sandpiper flies up with an alarming cry. Oh. Oh. Yeah, sorry. Oh, what is doing? Asked Mother. Her son shrugged his shoulder. Alright, let's move on, said Mother, for some reasons, in a whisper. The robot brought up. Sorry, the robot follows them. It pulls out its legs from the sticky mug with a loud, squelching sound. Moves in, several steps dash, often stops to turn its head around as if sniffing. Mother is nervous, biting her lips. Her hands are cold. Why would anyone get nervous? It is just a robot that lost its way. It's for the usual business. For a chain of signal got broken, and the only things to do is to go to the nearest road and wait to be taken away, taken care to school. His father helped him start making get back on their way. Is a few times. Ok, c'est pas une grosse chose pour l'instant. Half an hour later, the robots loudspeaker suddenly activate, and it say in yes, for the mechanical voice, like what profession have you chosen? In response, the mother quicken her pace. Her son struggles to keep up. Yes, with her. The robot follows them, and after another dash, repeats. What profession have you chosen? A lamplighter. Mother yes, for the mother. Yes, for the mother finally elbows over her shoulder. It's very good. Lamplighters are in demand. They help us make signals. Without signals, is wait. Tabarnak. Without signals, we will get lost in this dump. Mother blush replies, "Shut it up, you dumb reader." The robot bursts into the resemblance of laughter. His voice is up. After that, il fait la fois sans émotion et la fois mécanique. His father was a good lamplighter. Yes, for the fuck, we don't fuck. Okay, we don't fuck. Remember him. Pas facile de parler. The station is right ahead. Oh, sorry. At the bottom of the crater. Black, massive, and running in steam. Line of roads. Protruding from its flat. Yeah. Oh, fuck off. From its flat roof. That looked like. La gigantics for airbrush. Some of its teeth are occupied by spike head. What? Some of its teeth. Which teeth? Ah, j'ai perdu un bout là. Il faut qu'on guide, il faut qu'on slowly turn, blink, like a wild for charging. Some of us orange lights. Faut qu'on ghost blinking in the fog too. As if the fucker responding to the spike head. Mais quel spike head? Il faut pas de spike head ici. The old constant for humming is audible. Mother wave her hand and shouts, "Hey, hello, hey, did they see us? I sent them a message on the net. They should be waiting for us." And immediately claps her hands. The net. Was there any connection today? Sun snorts, point at the spike heads. If the servers are there, the net should be available. Ooh. But of course, she laughed. Ha 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 ha. They have so many of them there. Previously, you will be happy, even if one strayed into this place. I remember, just after you were born, we have to find out something. About some medicine, perhaps? Unfortunately, there were no spiky around, and you wouldn't stop crying. It was horrible. He suddenly stops laughing and asks anxiously, "Do you think they will accept this one?" He nods at the robot behind them. Or will it trail behind us till terminal? Her son shrugs. Depends on who shifts. It is today. They accepted this one and had a good laugh about how the robot characterized professions. Of course, these were controllers. Communication department is full of kids. They use timetable to figure out who could stumble into the robots and decided to play a joke on you. But you know, he spoke in such a way. Oh, don't take it seriously. It's Aunt Tamara. She's wearing a uniform jacket, an embroidered scarf around her neck and earring. She's sitting at the big window with mother and drinking tea, putting cups on the corner of the table between pies and paperwork. Aunt Tamara's daughter is tapping a little farther away in a armchair, holding a portable computer on her laps. Her name is Yana. She's keeping her back straight and her expression turned. Sons can't take his eyes off her. He noticed it and shrugged her thin shoulder in discontent. Of course, she is a grown-up, 2 years older than him, and already has a proper job. Behind the armchair, there are handrails and a long staircase going down into the darkness of a maintenance workshop. A robot accepted for the progressive maintenance stare from the dark. They have already dismantled its legs. So where are you going now? Asked Aunt Tamara. To Thermal, to meet the navigator. Oh, the navigator? Such an handsome man. And he travels in a train that I've never seen before. I heaven envy you. Come on, there is nothing to envy. We are a bag of nares. Aunt Tamara nods. Under the understandingly. Well, jokes apart. What profession have you chosen? They ask. Lamplighter, replies mother in sight. Aunt Tamara takes mother's hands. They spend some time in silence. You know, after what happened, I thought, well, you know what I'm talking about. Goes without saying, well done, excellent. Mother does. You know what, Capta? What I also wanted to say. We don't need lamplighters, because we have signal fighters everywhere. Badly need them. But if your son goes away, then... Oh. Why I am skating around it like a well-greased robot? No. The barrel suddenly explode. If your son goes away, who the fuck will be left? Who else will make a decent husband? Some drunkard from Thermal? And we are done. Oh, sorry. And we are a done deal. We are all settled there. She pointed at her daughter, Yana blushed, and started pushing the button with double force. Some attempts to stand up, lean forward, but I hesitated and stopped in this strange position. I am wrong, continued Aunt Tamara. Or do you intend to become an old maid? There, mother, her daughter explains in a fit of anger. Then rise and loudly declare, I'm going to the kitchen. If subtly motioned to Care to follow her. Go ahead, wave Aunt Tamara. Kitchen is a pokey and dark place. The only source of light is round hole. Not hole. In the ceiling. The door of the fridge is covered with Sony magnet. A headless robot frame sits in the corner. Don't listen to my mom, Smayana. It's so like her. Imagining things. You're nuts. And why did you stop going to school? Yana asked. He mumbled something like, well, you see. It is because what happened to our father must be really tough. And why wouldn't you move to Thermal? At least you will have people around. Your repeat is of usual, well, you see, and point somewhere behind his back. Human doesn't want to. You're nuts. You are so unproductive. Are you afraid of me? Intensely shake his head. Yana takes out a mirror and turns the light and spends some time contemplating around for reflection. Then she unbind her hair with single motions and asks, tell me, I am beautiful? Look at her. Astonished and thrill. Oh, she checked herself. Stop, hold on. You got it wrong. You are still just a kid. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I mean quite a different thing. Your thoughts are in turmoil. He doesn't know to do, what to feel. Those situations and shiver up his spine. The sound of a mother's loud voice come from the workshop. You see, he wants nothing, absolutely nothing. And what do I do? What? Can I continue? Don't say anything, no need. But let me tell you one thing. Your eyes flash with strong emotions. You know what? Get away from there. If you have a chance, you need to go away. Kira nods slowly and um, and instantly. Tell me the truth. Who do you want to be? An employee, his mother, entering the kitchen. Get ready, Kirill. It's time to go. Donc la mère, est-ce qu'elle répresse les émotions de son gars? Probablement par devoir, il m'aime. Et non parce qu'elle veut. Gondola, a two-seater metal cage slowly moving around. No, moving above a milk-white sea of steam. Discreet box. The outlines of the mountains are barely visible. The settlement of Thermal is on the opposite slope. They have almost arrived. Mother is very sad. Head down, her chin resting on the clasped ends. Suddenly, in front of them, from the fog, there rise a whistling, moaning geyser. Falls down, only to shoot up again, roaring, gaining strength, rising higher and higher. Gondola stop. It tripped the sensor. Now it would turn into an ordeal, and the connection had been lost too. Don't push refresh button on the tablet several times. Sight. Mother start crying. Murky tears mix with mascara run her cheeks. Right hair. It happened in the right hair. But she's wrong. It didn't happen in there. It happened a few miles to the north. This father was making a new signal path for robots. Routing done. Oh, sorry, for routing work done 100 of times. But that day, he slipped on a patch of dirt, fell into boiling water, got boiled alive. The great flame, the great all-forgiven flame. Mother keep whispering. How could you let it happen? How it is even possible? Guess what? In the best of the world. In the just world. We buried it in a year ago. Granny, still in her sense, did the traditional funeral fire herself. Ok, c'est peut-être les méthodes d'enterrement russe, j'imagine. Peut-être même orthodoxe. Pas sûr exactement c'est quoi cette fameuse cérémonie de feu là. Brush everyone away with a single swing of her hand. This was the last dominant gesture in her life. Her eyes faded away together with the last flame. Starting from the moment the three of them lived in the metal bunkhouse, away from the settlement, from other people, away from life. Father was afraid of Geyser and would not let him go to school. He had to take an online distance learning course. Robots would deliver their food. It was boring. Sometimes Uncle Carney will call on them, talk for a long time, in his Evans voice, about profession, about choice, about something else that was important. He will say, "Now listen carefully." You're able to do that every time. What will become of you, my son? The mother's through tears. My case is clear. I'm a done deal. But you, breaking my heart. You're carefully touch earth. The collapse ends. He looks up and asks, "What will you be, Sonny?" And later she said, without waiting for his reply, "And you will go away in that cursed fog every day, and you will perish there one day, just like your father." Animation, est-ce que tu peux suivre la musique? La musique et l'animation ne suivent pas. Le résultat se retrouve avec des scènes qui auraient été bonnes, mais avec la musique. Là, il n'y a plus de musique, ça devrait être plus vite. Too slow. No music. A school. All rectangle or building on the slope of the mountain. Long narrow windows form steps on its facade. He stands with Uncle Carney on the rusty balcony. Mother is inside, collecting school supplies. What can one collect there for so long? The school shoes? His broken tablets? Strange. You've got to remember that progress program is the greatest blessing, the greatest evil of modern time. Says Uncle Carney. Bon, la fois que la propagande embarque, là. La propagande anti. Ou la propagande la fois c'est anti, la fois qu'on cybernétique, elle embarque, là, malheureusement. Ouais. Donc moi, dans le fond, quand j'étais un pro-cybernétique, puis en plus pro-cybernétique style soviétique, c'est pas mon approche à moi, là, t'sais. Mais il reste que dans le jeu, c'est comme anti ça, puis là, fait que là, dans le fond, il essaye de montrer que c'est pas bon, puis que là, il essaie de montrer que c'est le chaos, puis que c'est le désespoir total, mais sauf qu'en réalité, ça ferait juste une société, dans le fond, de... Parce qu'en réalité, ça ferait juste comme c'est une société, que c'est le divertissement à la place de faire ça. Parce qu'en réalité, le but de la cybernétique, c'est comme de justement, de réduire, comme le besoin de l'humain, c'est au besoin des autres, fait comme dans le but que tu puisses, toi, bien vivre. Fait que ça, dans le fond, c'est l'inverse de qu'est-ce que c'est comme supposé d'être. He is always very polite, neat, and absolutely emotional, like a robot. Even worse, listening to him is a torture. In fact, he is no uncle to her, and not a teacher. He is a local technical administrator. He provides access to the net for all visitors. And the school is not really a school, rather a club, telling children there is already no more than a custom. Parents do it to make them to make them socialize, and then out of the house. With the progress program, it's almost unlimited control over people's lives, and it's excellent. Continue, Uncle Carney. We see what wonderful fruits it yields all over the world. You make a gesture that sweep all across the horizon. Somewhere in the distance, hundreds of miles away, there stands the city of Algova, the model city, dream city, the fruit city. They cannot see it from air. What they can see are a ramshackle 5-story house, settlement of turmoil, a flock of sandpiper flies from one house to another, maneuvering between the cables. Unfortunately, each programs have an error, says Uncle Carney. And in progress programs case, these errors are disastrous. Air in the fog suddenly shuckles in a strange way. Air gives ends a bewildered look. Excuse me, say Uncle, turning away and hastily whispering, God bless and save us. But Earth's father radiated was the believer in the flame. One of them sick ends. But his father liked it very few people. Granny, yes. Mother, perhaps. Sure, with that. This is why progress programs need independence of a supervisor. All demands continue. Michael, of course, this is a great responsibility. You will have to learn a lot, get out of place, gain understanding of the mechanism that control life. These are very intricate mechanism. It adds with a lot of chuckle, embarrassing himself. Trust me. Trust me. It's not for nothing that they have chosen you. This means that the program detected a certain personality trait in you. Outstanding trait. And this is a great honor. Not just for you, also for us, for the whole turmoil. Getting right, just one error, you can repair 100 life. I will gladly. Here, Uncle Carney stops and closes his eyes. In comes the conspicuous and neatly dressed. Bald spot on his head is still visible through his comb back hair. Okay, Penny, a short, lonely man. That's what he is. He calms down, opening his eyes, asks, "But tell me, the main thing. What decisions have you? What will you be? A lamplighter. His mother is stepping out of onto the balcony. Her voice sounds harsh, almost angry. But Kappa, Arnie, what this is what we decided. He replies. Son gives us sometimes we need to have a word in private. Sure does obediently. He passes his pale uncle and disappears in the doorway. After he leaves, siren starts waiting in the settlement of Thermal. Now the school is empty. Sounds echo in the desolate Hartwell. It's all decorated with dull mosaic showing an episode of space explorations, but with flowers double the number in mirror. Pierre is happy that he managed to get away from the tools. He wants to do the thing that he planned to do for a long time. He intends to get into mischief. He'll use his hacking tool. It's the program that he created a year ago, but had no time to run because of his father's death. Now it's time to do it. Who knows what is going to happen to him after he meets the navigator? Pierre finds his terminal, his favorite cups with a cheerful robots still inside the drawer of the desk. Unwashed and stained brown. There is a layer of dust on the keyboard. The screen light up, the program launch. Faint smile appear on Pierre's face. It's time to have fun. He goes through the profile of his schoolmates and edits the photo, turning them upside down, add a mustache, horn, and elephant strong. Stops on Yana's photo, look at it for a long time. He is stunningly beautiful. He runs to draw art on a photo, but make an attempt but cannot find the strength to do it. Then, turn the terminal off and slowly shuffle back to the balcony. Push the door and see a strange scene. Mother is crying and Uncle Corny hugs her, kisses her forehead, and apparently says a prayer. When they notice her, they jump from each other like the scalded cats. Oh, so hardcore, Uncle Corny, but get stopped by a coughing fit. So, what is your final choice? When he asks. An lamplighter, says Mother. Quickly, without looking at Uncle Corny, he takes Kerr's hands, and they leave. Settlement of Thermal, a tiny waiting room at the railway stations. Armchairs with torn covers Portrait of the leaders of the past. Stuff here. The navigator train is late. This is a rare. Yes, this is a rare occurrence under the program. Under the progress program control. This is why Mother got worried and went to the control room to ask for information. Here is looking out the window, his head rubbed with his fist. There are pylons, mountain cables. A big-headed station robot is rattling somewhere. Nothing extraordinary. Nothing special. Let's say like this. There's about a dozen of dead flies between the thick, dim, double glazing. It's more interesting. How did they even get there? Here gets sunk in his thought. Hey dude. There is an unshaven fellow in a leather jacket standing in the doorway. Here mumbles something incoherent in response. The fellow sits next to him, fidget in the armchair, grins. You are the lamplighter's sons, right? Pierre nods. Was a decent man, boomed the fellow. The aunts slammed one of ours, really showing ML decent. Smells of wine. His hands are shaking on the armrest. His feet are black with dirt. Why are you stuck air like a short thumb? Fitting the 5-year plans? Here, mumbles as usual. Well, you see, that's toward the window. Oh, you're waiting for the navigator with a profession. I reckon I have a profession too. Working at the EOES was a senior mechanist. The pipe shop. And then the robot came and took everything away. The profession, and then the fellow gives out a sound of similar of the roar of a wounded animal. And then you know who I am now, too. Here, shake his head. The fellow leans forward and say in a loud whisper, I am the revolutionary. He spends some time in silence. The train rustled in the distance. Progress program is making slaves out of us. Continue the fellow. And we need to fight it. Do you know what our main weapon is? No? Wits. That bursts into a half roar, half laughter. Look at me. I'm free of the bird. Yet, I'm in the heart of other reasons. I'm giving you good advice. You need to live this way. And the revolutionary shows a swimming fish with his end, grins. Alright, dude. Now tell me, what type of slavery have you chosen? You will become a lamplighter, said Mother, coming into. Her voice is brisk and angry. Now get lost, scoundrel. Ah, is the fellow's funny reply. Accessing the room, he adds, You will be working your 10 fingers to the bone all your life and then pop up like your father. Fuck you. Mother goes Paul. Start chasing after him. The clinking of a reviving train stopper. A tall and well-built gator is open coat. What reveals a formal, well-ironed suit. His lips are pursed disapprovally. Looks around. It's dirty here, but it's fine. We will deal with it too. We will tidy up here as well. As he speaks, he goes a brush of flex just his sleeves. Mother stares at him in fascination. What's wrong? Asks the navigator. Your eyes are glowing. There also notice it. These were not eyes, but two bright blue flashlight cutting through the darkness with their light. I'm serious, son. Can you see it too? I noticed it. Or during our conversation the net. But I thought this was an effect. Why did you cut it? Computer never generated? But it is so in real life as well. Amazing. In reply, the navigator brushed another fleck of dust. No, not so casually as before, then say, these are implants. Do you like it? Oh, exclaimed his mother. I love it. I'm glad. Now please come in, comrades. We have serious task to do. Nice. Our age is light and tidy. As no window, lines of screen go along the walls. On top of another, there is a shriveled high-back laser on chair in the middle. The audio systems is playing classical music. Take a seat. I will be back in a minute. Is the navigator? They settle on the couch in front of the armchair. First her, then the mother. They sit right on the edge with back straight. Looking at the screen, they show people. Corny, Aunt Tamara, Yana. Yana? Can you see our old woman there? Asked mother in a whisper. Her sons shake his head. Never install camera in the house. Mother rule. It's a shame. We could add a look. I'm sure it's invited. Old man out. That is extremely amusing to her. He sits back on the couch. On the couch. I'm not sure that on the couch. Not her son. And for the shoulder. Keep you cool, Carol. We can do it. Everything will be okay. The navigator returned. He is holding a bulging bag with the Algova emblem on it. Something similar to an antenna is protruding from the bag. These are presents. Get them after making it. Then he delivered a long official literary speech on the screen, overflowing with standard cliché, such as first big step in your life, civic responsibility, and equal importance of every profession, or progress program. And it all ends with a direct path to a brighter future. Finally, he puts his tablets aside and looks at Claire with his glowing eye, attentively, inquisitively. Mother's high spirit sinks, awfully low by that time. Sitting with her head down, looking troubled. Well, says the navigator, it's time to make it a profession. What profession have you chosen? Lamplighter, says Mother, give an heavy sigh. Navigator turns his gears for her. Stay silent for a while. Sorry, stopping something his tablet with one hand. The probability of you setting the boy up for the unhappy future at this moment is high. His voice is emotionally empty. Are you sure about your choice? No. I'm not sure about any plan anymore, replies Mother. Navigator says back, stretch is tight, neck and focus on curves again. Alright. Let's make another attempt. So what profession did you choose? Lamplighter. His mother gave an heavy sights. Navigator gets a tablet. I'm afraid that you are setting. Well, unhappy professor again. Are you sure about your choice? Yes, any other way. Any other way? Yes, the navigator replied. But how? What should I do? You'll echo. Or should not? He has a cerebral. Then stared instantly at Kurt. And folded on his chest, he is sitting silent and frowning. My son, my mother. I know that it all seemed to be ordered to you, continued the navigator. You see two identical routes on the straight dull road. The road leading to Old H. That nothing can be changed. But it can be changed right now, regardless of what you previously said, thought, or said. This opportunity is the greatest gift of program progress to people. You need to understand one thing, not only your choice that matter, also the way you make it. That's true. I don't understand, Mother shakes her head. I've said enough. What happens next is to you. Up to you. Navigator says back. Right is bad. But it is tight. Neck and focus on curves again. Alright, let's make another attempt. So what profession did you choose? Lamplighter. His mother gave an sight. Get her glass on his tablet. I'm afraid. Okay. Would be good if the son the choice is himself. Okay, yes. Happiness. What is this happiness of yours says? There's no such thing. Navigator chuckles. My grandfather suffered. My parents suffered. My husband suffered. And I am suffering. Cure and cure will. There is no other way. God. This is the way it should be. These are not just moments of suffering. These are flash of the great flames. Yes, that we should pass on. Our way to eternal life. Oh no. A sect. He wraps up. Right, fabriciously, as if he is afraid of changing your mind. Get out of breath. The end of the speech. Well, it's the business. Make a wide swipe on the tablet with his finger. It will become light lamplighter. In a few years, he will graduate from school. Master his trade, work in the mountains for days, on end in steam and squelching mud. His face will become weather beaten and rough. Burn scars will appear on his left end. After his granny's dead, he will continue living with mother. Mother will grow up very quickly. Idle and lonely, he will sink into moral decay. Will spend entire days on sick end forums. Sick ends will be the moniker of her son, will used to refer to be believer in the great flames. They will have arguments about that. However, the arguments will be few and enthusiastic. There will be moments of joy, also very few. One day, they will take in a noblesse dog. Another day, a glittery zeppelin surrounded by spike heads will fly over the metal bunkhouse. And Tamara and Yana will also lead a lonely and quiet life in the settlement of Thermal. One day, Yana will invite her to a birthday party. They will even dance together. Then they will write to each other on the net, once, twice, but there will be no third time, which will greatly disappoint their parents. Uncle Carney will write to Kieran's mother, the net. At least in this of 10. At the end of the 5-year plans period, he will suddenly move to Algova. Well, yes, motherfucker. Reportedly, he will give up on the flames and get very close to navigators. Soon after, Uncle Corny leaves the settlement, and she will follow in a litter jacket will also disappear. No one will know what happened to it. Probably, yeah. Oh, sorry. It must probably just fell into a geyser after drinking too much on a rainy day. I don't think so. He went to make the revolution. So, tongues will say. The navigator will watch all this from Algova. Will take notes with his tablet, write reports, letter. One day, he will wonder if the robot cleaner got broken, started making patch of dust, and the navigator will make a habit every morning after exercising and taking a contrast shower. He will go wiping all the screen with a cloth, but he will never be able to wipe the dull gray off of them. The end. You've made her unhappy. It seemed like you had no other choice. It's not true. According to the progress program calculations, there has 11 different of a destiny options. You may be happy. Give it another chance. Thanks for playing. Author Roman Vlasov. Artist Anna Vlasova. No, sorry. Anna Vlasova. Music and sound by Mechanical. Additional graphics by Katrina Khmelevskaya. Not sure if I pronounced it properly. Translated in English by Pavel Rubtsov. By Rubtsov? That's right. Translated. Oh, sorry, for translation into English and for partially edited by Hadishin. sorry, Alison de Almeida. Translation. Yeah, well, okay, translated into Spanish by Esteban de la Cruz. Technology used in development: Ink, Pfizer, Transcript, PyDoit, Jasmine, Language Tool. Special huge thanks to Oleg Lesota. Special thanks for help to Maxim Yunanov, Maxim Buzz Davin, Sergey Shkakula, Anton Godin, Rustic Hayatin, Sergey Mozevsky, Walvick, Antenna, Oleg Halenikov. Thanks for playing. No, not starting over. No, I'm not starting over. Ok, non, wrong button. Bon, ben, c'est ça qui était ça. Fait que oui, j'ai bien apprécié. Donc c'était très 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 bon. C'est sûr qu'il y a un peu de propagande, mais si on laisse de côté la propagande, puis qu'on se laisse la fois qu'on s'est emporté par le côté la fois émotionnel entre la mère et le fils, la fois que vis-à-vis les choix de vie dans un monde où est-ce que tout est comme prêt, la fois déterminé, ben c'est sûr que ça finit mal. Parce que oui, c'est vrai qu'en bout de ligne, oui, en bout de ligne, t'as pas mal d'avoir juste deux. T'as pas mal d'avoir juste 3 choix de vie, mais t'as comme plusieurs façons d'y arriver, puis faire en sorte que la fois que tu deviennes heureux en bout de ligne là-dedans ou pas. Fait que c'est sûr que t'as comme 11 fins différentes, mais t'as comme 3 choix de vie qui peut être dans le fond, s'interpréter différemment dans le fond, en fonction de comment que tu vis ton changement, comme on dit. Bon. En même temps, la propagande ici, c'est que c'est une propagande pour essayer de démontrer que le monde de la technologie, ça fait juste te mener, ça perd ta job, puis que tout ce que tu vas faire, dans le fond, ça va être les jobs sales qui vont rester. Mais la réalité, c'est l'inverse. C'est que c'est justement, c'est ça que la technologie fait. Ça combat le fait que tu vas juste te trouver des jobs sales. Et dans le fond, que la technologie va faire les jobs sales, puis que toi, en bout de ligne, ben, tu vas pouvoir choisir ce que tu vas faire dans la vie, dans une société, c'est le divertissement. Ou est-ce que tu n'auras même pas à craindre l'autorité? Parce que l'autorité, ça va être ce que tu utilises. Donc, en bout de ligne, c'est ça qui va te protéger contre les autres, puis c'est ça qui va te protéger avec les autres. Donc, en bout de ligne, c'est une société sans politique. Tandis que là, c'est comme tandis que là, il y a comme créé un genre de culte autour de ça. C'était un gros problème, selon moi. Mais ça fait un gros problème dans l'histoire, mais selon moi. Mais en tant que tel, c'était quand même bon. Puis j'ai quand même bien apprécié. Fait que cool. Fait que oui, je le recommande. Fait que c'est ça qui est ça. Donc, moi, je vais revenir demain avec le jeu Welcome to Chester. En tout cas, avec une autre des suites, avec la belle Grendel. Fait que c'est ça qui est ça. Si la fois vous avez aimé, que vous avez aujourd'hui, fait que dans le fond, cliquez sur follow juste en dessous. Et pour ceux qui sont sur YouTube en train de regarder, faire la fois de diffusion, il faut cliquer sur souscrire juste en dessous. Puis bien entendu, maintenant, j'ai mon Discord. Ça aussi, mais c'est juste en dessous aussi. Fait que c'est ça qui est ça. Donc on se revoit demain pour un autre épisode. Donc passez une belle soirée tout le monde. Et à demain.